Hello guys, and welcome to another weekly vlog. I hate my hair tied back so much, I can't tell you, but it needs washing. So it is Tuesday. I'm just going into my mum's. I think she wants to go to the next town over today, Antrim. So that's the getting in and out the disability vehicle. Oh god, I hope Darren brushes that up. There's stones have got on our driveway somehow. Just the whole driveway needs a good brush. I've had to ask him will he do it, because otherwise he'll just look at it being a mess for like the rest of his life. Yeah, I think she wants to go to Antrim today, which is going to be tough going on me. I'm so tired. Just getting my mum in and out of the disability vehicle multiple times is not easy. Well, getting her into it at home, then getting her out of it and back into it at the place, and then obviously back out of it when we get back home again. It's not easy. Managed to get Isaac signed up for guitar lessons. He is doing it at a different place. They're doing an introductory offer of 10 lessons for £109, which is like a tenner a lesson, £11 a lesson. His last place was £15 a lesson, and I didn't feel that they progressed very quickly. Now I don't know what this one's going to be like, we shall see, but I've managed to find the guy they've assigned him to on Facebook, and he's a rock fan, so that's good. He is in his own band, and he also performs with the Foo Fighters cover band. So that's, you know, that's going to be good, because he's going to be able to talk to Isaac about music, and, you know, that's a big part of it for Isaac. I think if he knows someone likes the sort of stuff he likes, I don't know, you know, it appeals to him more. So he starts next Monday after school. So Operation GCSE Music, here he comes. I think it's like, it's going to be a wasted GCSE, but because he's not going to do something with music. But like Callum's mum says, Callum's a super high achiever across the board. She said she likes him doing music because it's somewhere he can go to like switch off and relax and enjoy, that's not as high pressured. Now Callum's been doing violin lessons for years and years. He's in the orchestra, so he's proper, you know. This is the issue. Isaac doesn't have any qualification in his guitar, so he's pretty much self-taught, and when he'd had lessons before, he wouldn't dedicate himself. He's been told this time there's no option. He's going to be losing time off his gaming to concentrate on this, whether he likes it or not. So that starts as from next week. Today he went to school, only for us to get a phone call at like 9:15. We're not supposed to be in school today. I didn't realise. Now, we haven't received any notification to tell us, and because I didn't know, obviously they've told them at school, and Isaac being Isaac hasn't remembered. Today was the parent-teacher meetings for year 8 and year 11, so no one else was to come. We didn't know that, so Isaac was at school this morning. I'm stopping off at the graveyard today to put the little pot in, so I'll let you see how it looks. I'm well pleased with what she's done for £20. I think it's a bargain. I don't think there's anything much to tell you. I can't think of any plans we have at the minute. I'm just still in my bubble of resting because I'm so tired all the time. I'm hoping for that to lift, because as it gets into better weather, it should lift a little bit. We shall see. We're not going away anywhere this year. Isaac's got his week in Auchengillan, which is a place in Scotland with Scouts. I just can't afford it. I'm paying £50 a month off that, and I got a notification today. We get tax credits, and when they were switching everything round to universal credit last year, and I mean, I studied it, and it was impossible to work out what was going on. And we went a month with no money, so I had to like use savings. Not that we've got much savings, but I had to use that. And now we've been told that we've been overpaid tax credits last October. don't know how they work this out. They said you were paid £77 twice that you shouldn't have been paid, but they've taken, the first payment they took off me was £92, and the second payment they're going to take off me this month is £85. And I'm like, so how does 85 and 92 equate to two overpayments of 77? I'm not under. I feel like they're doing people. I feel like they're taking money off people, and they're making things so antiquated and difficult to understand that they can't even break down how it's all changed, and it's infuriating. So they've left me really, really short at the minute, because they've just taken 92 quid out of my bank account, and you know, I don't particularly have that sort of extra money. So I'm now sitting thinking, oh God, what's coming up? Isaac's now starting music lessons again, so I've just had to pay out £109 today. It's just going to mean I have to keep putting things on the credit card, which I don't want to have to do. Molly has her groom on Thursday. Unfortunately, it's not one of those things that people think, oh, the dog having a groom. I have never had a dog that I have owned be groomed until we got Molly, because I didn't realise that with certain dogs, I know this is going to sound really stupid, folks, I've never had dogs with hair, I've always had dogs with fur, so I didn't realise that dogs with hair need to be groomed and the hair needs to be cut. So we have to get Molly done every 2 to 3 months, and it's like 35 quid a time. So she's got that on Thursday, plus her medication. Her heart murmur medication's coming up as well, that we need to pay for that, and that's nearly £100. It's like, oh my God. So you just have to put stuff in the credit card and then hope that you can claw it back over the next few months before something else happens. There's my mum's 70th birthday is in June. Our anniversary is in April, but we don't do anything for our anniversary. I'm not one of these that, oh, it's Valentine's Day, it's our anniversary, it's Mother's Day, it's Father's Day, let's spend lots of money. We don't have it, so we don't spend it. And then summer, I'm going to have to start saving towards Christmas, because it's the only way I can afford it, which used to get me every year whinging about this. But right, so I shall go, folks, because I've got nothing else much to tell you at the moment. If there's anything of any note, I shall check in later. Right. Let's get our little flowers in a little bag. Actually, we need to go down this way. Size of this graveyard, folks. Why were the birdies all there? That's weird. Right. So there it is. It looks really nice.
There you go then.
What?
Go on. Hopefully he's tied his shoelace. You've not tied, well, we might get some good footage here then. When his face plants on bloody metal edge stairs. Stairway to Devon. Right, where do we park?
Hello. I don't know if this is gonna pick me up or not. I'm in the bedroom. I know it's pretty bad light. Just going to bed. I haven't videoed in a few days. I was in all weekend because I've had a really upset stomach. I have no idea why. This is not even on center, but it's balanced precariously on like a tripod thing that doesn't work properly. So I phoned today to tell my parents I wouldn't be coming in, because basically I couldn't go too far from the bathroom because I've been sick, and my dad wasn't up. I'm like, why? And then my mum was being garbled. I couldn't understand what she was saying. I had to phone her on Alexa because she can't answer the phone. So my dad phoned me and I says, are you not well? I'm alright. I says, what's wrong? Oh, I've just got a bit of a headache. And I said, is that headache from the brain bleed back? And he says, yeah, it's top, back and sides, the same thing. And I'm like, you need to go and get that looked at. Oh, I'll be alright. It's fine, it's fine. And a while back he had told the OT that he was shuffling again, so he's got all the symptoms of the bleed back and he won't go and say about it. It's like, how many times does he want to be lucky? So that's just more stress landed on me already. I just wish he would grow the fuck up and go and get... It's, yeah, there's so much stuff on this week. Well, I haven't. Isaac does. So many appointments. There's vet appointments. There's loads of stuff like booked. I'm booked to do a stream on Tuesday night with someone that's been asking me for months. And Tuesday's the day I'm in at my mum's, so I was thinking of bringing Darren in and getting Darren to take him up to A&E, but he'll just refuse, and then they could be there for hours and hours and hours, and he could be even taken in. I've no idea. I've no idea what's going on, but he definitely must have the bleed back because he has the same headaches and he's not walking properly. And it's almost like until he actually drops or something really horrible happens, he won't go and see about it. And I'm just ready to boil over with frustration. It's not just the fact that I don't want anything to happen to my dad, obviously. I can't cope with my mum if my dad passes away or ends up disabled or wheelchair bound or whatever. I can't cope on my own. I'm barely coping fucking getting day to day myself. My mum has been in and out of mental units and hospitals for years, like in the past, thankfully not the recent past, but for about 10 years of my life, from I was 18 up until I actually moved to England when I was 26. And then she's had reoccurring after that, but not as severe. If anything happens to my dad before her, and my mind's just constantly playing through scenarios, and I don't know how the hell I'm going to cope. I just feel like I'm on my own. Yes, I've got Darren, but I mean, Darren can't make decisions with regards to my family, and I can't get my dad to fucking listen to me about the seriousness of it. He's like, I'm fine, it's my decision. And it's like, well, your decision's going to drop me in the fucking shit. I don't even know if people have any grasp of how disabled my mum is right now. But she's really, it's so bad. I'm surprised she's still here, to be honest, with the last 6 months that we've had. Her whole system keeps shutting down. She keeps losing the ability to speak. If she has a cough, she can't cough properly, but she doesn't have the strength in her chest or lungs. Constant bowel and bladder issues. Really bad. She can't, she's got no strength in her upper body. She can't, even when she's sat in a seat with a side, she's like a rag doll. She's just flopping about all over the place. And I think my dad's been letting her stay up later at night and taking her into bed. I don't know. I know he was for a while. I don't know if he is now. But he can't manage with that chair that the OT won't change. That's faulty. But could he have strained himself again? How long has he had these symptoms that I didn't know about? So, more fucking stress. It's like I said to myself, Lisa, he's a grown man, you have to switch off and you have to just let what happens happen. But then things always end up hitting the fan and I end up having to step in, and I feel at this stage it's hideously unfair because I feel like my life has been controlled by this for years now. And if my dad wants to make the decision to keep my mum at home with how disabled she actually is, then it's up to him to make sure he is medically fit to care for her. It's not fair for him to make that decision for me and then not look after his health, because I can't visit. I've watched, this maybe sounds so harsh, guys, but I've watched my mum's parents both die because they wouldn't put themselves first and they basically were running after my mum the whole time, and I'm watching my dad do exactly the same thing. And my mum doesn't have the mental capacity to understand that he can't do certain things, and she's demanding, can you do this, take me to the toilet, do this, do that. And I've told her, I says, he could drop dead. I says he could end up in a wheelchair, unable to talk, unable to move. Then what are you going to do? I don't know if they think that I'm going to miraculously swoop in and save the day, but again, with my mum's condition, she doesn't allow for the fact that my dad has a condition and I have a condition. That's irrelevant to my mum. It's so worrying. I'm going to close it off here, guys. I know it's a bit of a downer, but I can hear Darren coming up to bed, so I shall catch you up next week. But anyway, guys, I'm going to leave you there for now, and hopefully, I don't know, hopefully what, I don't know. I shall speak to you next week, hopefully in a slightly less stressed, anxious mood. Over and out from Kit and Kaburo.